A week into the January transfer window, and it's been fairly quiet for Liverpool. There have been a trickle of outgoings. Dominic Solanke joined AFC Bournemouth in a £19 million deal last week, with Nathaniel Clyne swiftly following him down to the south coast on loan. Elsewhere, Kamil Grabara joined Danish side Aarhus on loan until the end of the season. Unsurprisingly, no sign of any incomings, however. Jurgen Klopp has said repeatedly he didn't expect to add to his squad in January. But why would he? His side topped the Premier League table by 4 points and have lost just one league game all season. And while Liverpool made harder work for their Champions League group than they would liked, the Reds still progressed to the knockout stages of the competition. There isn't much about their campaign so far that they would change. But what of their title rivals? It's not just at Anfield, where there has been a lack of incomings amongst the Premier League top six, but could any of Liverpool's foes be tempted to dip their toes into the market with plenty still to play for? Reigning champions Manchester City are best placed to dislodge Klopp's side at the top of the table, while Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea won't have given up on their own title hopes just yet. Meanwhile, Arsenal and Manchester United might be unlikely to finish the season as champions, but still have a top four finish to compete for, and, in a league where predominantly only the Big Six take points off the Big Six, could still have a big say in the title race. Here's what the likes of Pep Guardiola, Mauricio Pochettino and Maurizio Sarri could look to do before January 31st. Manchester City, what they need to do? It's widely recognized that Manchester City boasts the strongest squad in the Premier League, but that doesn't mean Guardiola won't look to add to his ranks in a bid to defend their Premier League crown. With Sergio Aguero still prone to injury and Gabriel Jesus not quite hitting the heights of last season, City could be tempted into signing a new striker to strengthen their cause. Recent defeats against Crystal Palace and Leicester City without the injured Fernandinho highlighted the need for a new holding midfielder as cover for the 33-year-old, with one eye on taking his long-term place in the side. And with Claudio Bravo out for the majority of the season, City could also look to sign a goalkeeper this month to serve as backup to Ederson. 20-year-old Kosovan Arijanet Muric is currently acting as his makeshift understudy, but the youngster has just 3 senior appearances for the club to his name, while the Brazilians started for their recent FA Cup victory over Rotherham United. Likewise, a new specialist left-back could also be useful, with Benjamin Mendy sidelined again through injury, with City's currently available options midfielder Fabian Delph and youngster Oleksandr Zinchenko. What it means for Liverpool? At the moment, not a lot. Manchester City have dealt with the absences of the likes of Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva and Mendy this season without battering an eyelid. While a long-term injury to Ederson or Fernandinho might prove more costly, as it stands they remain as dangerous a threat as ever regardless of any potential January incomings. Tottenham Hotspur, what they need to do? Having not added to their squad last summer, Pochettino has said he is again unlikely to bring in any new signings in January. However, they remain reliant on Harry Kane and are set to lose Son Heung-min to the Asian Cup. While they are well covered behind the striker, like Manchester City, a new forward wouldn't go amiss, with Fernando Llorente currently their only senior cover. Elsewhere, a new centre-back could also be a possibility, with Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld's long-term futures at the club uncertain despite signing new contracts and injuries seeing the club turn to the likes of Juan Foyth and Van Davies at the heart of defence in recent weeks. What it means for Liverpool. That, as good as Spurs are, they remain one Harry Kane serious injury away from a big headache. You'd expect Pochettino to again resist adding to his squad, but Tottenham have had turned to a number of their academy players in recent weeks, having been dealt with their fair share of injury woes already this season. Any more and it could be another season where they see their title charge run out of steam before May. Chelsea, what they need to do? They need a striker. Plain and simple. The likes of Gonzalo Higuain, Edinson Cavani and Callum Wilson have all been suggested, with Alvaro Morata struggling at Stamford Bridge and Olivier Giroud better suited to a backup role. Eden Hazard had led the line on occasions, but his long-term future at the club remains up in the air. However, he will not be leaving the club in January. With Willian and Pedro now on the wrong side of 30, a new winger to go alongside already confirmed summer signing Christian Pulisic wouldn't go amiss, while Sarri has spoken of a need for a central midfielder to act as cover for Jorginho ahead of Cesc Fabregas' imminent departure. What it means for Liverpool. That, as good as Chelsea are, they remain one Eden Hazard serious injury away from a big headache. Pulisic's arrival sees Sarri's men already have one eye on next season, but they may end up turning to their highly rated but untested youth players over the remainder of the season if they don't strengthen further. Arsenal, what they need to do? They need a new defence. Arsenal have conceded 31 goals already this season, with 21 of those coming on the road, including 5 at Anfield. Rob Holding is currently sidelined for the rest of the season with an ACL injury, while Laurent Koscielny is feeling his way back from an injury of his own. Saad Kolasinac and Shkodran Mustafi remain unconvincing, while Nacho Monreal could leave in the summer at the end of his contract. Defensive injuries having seen the Gunners field Granit Xhaka in defense, while veteran Stefan Lichtsteiner has seen more action than expected. Elsewhere, doubts about Mesut Ozil's long-term future persist, so a new playmaker could become necessary, while Aaron Ramsey will leave next summer and will also need to be replaced. Danny Welbeck is also expected to leave at the end of the season and is sidelined for the campaign, opening up room for a new striker to act as cover for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette. What it means for Liverpool. That Arsenal remain inconsistent and beatable. In Unai Emery's first season at the Emirates Stadium, they remain a side in transition and won't be challenging the Reds anytime soon. Klopp's men have already faced the Gunners twice, but will be hopeful that they are able to turn it on against the likes of Manchester City and Tottenham before May. Manchester United, what they need to do? If you believed former manager Jose Mourinho, they needed a whole new squad. However, while still in caretaker boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's honeymoon period, the Norwegian has turned Manchester United's fortunes around considerably and said he doesn't expect to add to the Red Devils' ranks. Mourinho's problem with his squad was always quality rather than quantity, yet with United now in better form, their squad is well stocked in each position. Despite their poor start to the season, United's squad is pretty strong. Should the likes of Alexis Sanchez and Romelu Lukaku join Paul Pogba in rediscovering top form, their attacking options are sorted, at least this season at least. However, they still possess an aging squad and could do with natural full-back cover as well as a quality alternative to Nemanja Matic. What it means for Liverpool. That if this is the real Manchester United, the Red Devils are the side most capable of derailing Liverpool's title bid with a trip to Old Trafford, their toughest remaining fixture in the second half of the season. with it still to be decided if Solskjaer will become United's permanent manager or if they will look to make another appointment in the summer. This season is a write-off for them as they look to get the best of the players currently at their disposal before starting again for 2019-20. Video loading. Video unavailable. Click to play. Tap to play. The video will start in 8. Cancel play now. Conclusion. Expect a quiet month at the top half of the table. All top 6 clubs are yet to add to their squads for the second half of the campaign, and at least 3 of them have publicly said they don't expect to sign anyone in January. There are gaps in each squad, but those best placed to challenge for the title are well covered to maintain such a charge without any new arrivals. Barring an injury crisis, they are all at the top for a reason, while the clubs in most need of new additions remain in transition and appear too far behind. A new striker at Manchester City could be a game changer, while Chelsea will hope any new signings will swiftly help reduce their 10-point deficit from the top. But with Liverpool currently the side to beat, Klopp will be hoping it is a case of as you were between now and May. What transfers do you think the Premier League's Big Six need to do this month? Let us know in the comments section below.